We're about to do it. You guys, your next storyteller coming to the stage is also a phenomenal human being, and you're going to love every single word that she has to say as much as I love her human being person. Put your hands together for Miss Iris Gorman, ladies and gentlemen.
Keep it going for Joanne and everyone else. Okay, I do want to mention something that I've met Crystal's daughter, and the first thing she comes up and she says to me is, vagina! That's it. So, her daughter is one, amazing, and two, my soulmate. So,
spirit animal.
I'm not going to call her daughter an animal yet. Let's wait a little bit. Oh my God, guys. Hi. We're doing this. Okay. So, yeah, thank you. Let's give a backstory first. I was conceived on acid. My mom told me that. No, sorry. Let me give the direct story. Your dad and I were having sex because, why did she have to tell me that? But she did. And we were on acid, and then he finished, and I pushed him off of me. Now I know. Now I know that. And then I was like, then she was like, you got me pregnant! And then I came, 9 months later. So, that's me. And I'm out. No. Oh, guys, okay. My therapist is really happy I'm doing this show. Let's just start off with that, too. We've been talking about this for months. You know what that means? Another story of why you don't want to be a mother. That's what we're getting down to. Yeah. Okay, so when my mom's third marriage ended, my brothers and I were not surprised. Let me start off with the fact that there were a few indicators that this was not true love. For the fact that... Thank you, Stephanie. She really enjoyed that. Aziz, that was his name, he was from Somalia. He didn't speak hardly any English. He spoke some, but not enough. And he was trying to get his green card at the time. He loved Obama. And he fucking really enjoyed soccer. And that is all I knew about him, and I lived with him for 3 years. So that was it. Now my mom, on the other hand, was a rebellious 14-year-old in a 50-year-old's body who smoked so much pot. Aziz didn't. This is part of the problem. Smoked so much pot, pretended everything was okay all the time, and she bred bunnies. I feel like that's an important part of this. And it's at the start of their relationship, Aziz lived in New York. They never met. And then, she would talk to him on the phone for an hour. Her friend, gave him the number or something like that. I don't really know how it started, but it's weird. So they would talk on the phone for an hour, every night, and she'd just come out and be like, I'm in love! I'm like, oh, this is what love is, guys. Then she met him once when she flew to New York for a week. And then when she came back, she's like, I'm getting married to him! Oh, marriage, really, really good thing. So when they got the divorce, because she didn't feel like he loved her very much, because really all he wanted was his green card. Let's be true. Let's just real. Yeah, not surprised. But I had to be like, Mom, no one, including me, thought this was a good idea. I'm like, no. She's like, well, why didn't you tell me that, Iris? Why didn't you tell me that? Next time I make a bad decision, you need to tell me. You need to tell me so I won't do it. And this does not seem like a big deal to some people, but for me, this was the first time I ever got permission to say something negative to my mom. Ever. So I took this to heart. Like I kept hold of this. And it's like, whenever my mom was single, like her and I would hang out all the time. And she would tell me things like, I wish your brothers weren't around so you and I could be more like the Gilmore Girls. I know. We watched a lot. It's like, according to her, my brothers were like the shittiest people ever on earth. And she gave birth to them. It wasn't her fault, though, guys. It was not her fault. They were just shitty. They were just really shitty. And so, like, that put a lot of pressure on me. Because I was the only kid she loved. I don't know, like, being technically the favorite child puts a lot of pressure on yourself. Because if you're not good, she's not going to love you. And that's what you realize. At a very young age, I realized this. And I realized that so much that I've internalized that a lot. So now, it's like, what she needed from me, she needed me to be her mother. She needed the person to protect her. She needed the person who to be on her side all of the time, even if I didn't agree. I had to be pitted against my brothers. My brothers were making a very good argument, by the way. I had to be like, yeah, no, Mom's right, because Mom loves me and she won't love me if I don't agree with her. Well, like, that was like the unspoken thing. So, like, that was the thing, is like, I had to be there, and I had to, so she would tell me all of her problems and all about her life and all about her sexual adventures, because gross. But like, the thing is like, she needed me more than I guess I needed her. And that was a thing that I didn't realize for a very long time. Like, I used to talk to my mom once a week. And she would tell me how shitty my brothers were being to her. She would try and guilt me to come over, or about how I moved out. And then I would try to open up and say, Mom, I've been having a lot of panic attacks, and I have a lot of anxiety, and I think I need to see a therapist, and she would just reply with, you don't need therapy, everyone gets anxious. And just blow me off. Yeah. Where am I? Oh right, this was a good line. And it's like it felt a lot like if like I had to just make up for her not loving my brothers. Basically, like I had to. And it's like the moment she would get into a relationship, I didn't exist anymore. Yeah. So 2 years ago, I got a call from my oldest brother, Jeremy, who, if I'm the mother figure, he's the father figure that she hates. So let's just put that in perspective. And he called me up to tell me that my mom, who was dating this guy, okay, I already knew this about this guy. He got out of jail, and my mom's known him for a very long time, but he got out of jail. The day he got out of jail, he came and swept her off her feet. Like, yeah. She told me that, and I told her, that's really not smart. Don't let him move in. He moved in. But the only reason they broke up is he went back to jail. Yeah, I know, so sad for my mom. Lost out. But it turned out that he'd been pimping out ladies. And possibly my mother. Let's all agree with that. But now, the new guy she was dating. This new guy, who she was been bragging to me about a lot. And she said, hey, yeah, he's doing crack. He's a crackhead. That's what my brother got to tell me. But then, yeah, it was like, oh, good choice, Mom. Good choice, you're doing well. But then my brother proceeded to tell me, holy shit already, I'm not even halfway done. Yeah, I got fucked on. So my brother proceeded to tell me then about things that happened in his childhood that I kind of heard rumors about. Oh, it doesn't fucking care. The wind doesn't give a shit. Okay. So, my brother proceeded to tell me about the fact that he and my middle brother, they were both raped as kids by their babysitter. My mom knew about it and did nothing. Something snapped in me that day. By the way, this was 2 years ago at the Sunday of Bridgetown. Yeah! Some of you here may have seen me that day. Some of you may have not been around then, but it's fine. So, I didn't know what to do with that last bit of information, because like, how the fuck do you handle that? You don't, is what happens. Is anyone else feeling like being a mother now? Like, we're feeling good? Okay, so I like confronted my mom, and by confront I mean I called her on the phone, because in person too much. And I was like, I didn't confront her about the brother thing, because I don't know what to do with that information today. Besides know that she's a very terrible person. Okay? Can we agree? I'm dropping my notes. This is, okay.
You're killing it.
We're with you, Iris.
I know. Oh, I love you guys. Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Killing it.
Killing it! So I confronted her. I confronted my mom about the other shit. The, like, her shit. Well, it's all her shit, but she wanted that. Okay. My brothers were probably asking for it at the slut, so like that was an eye roll. This is not serious. Don't get upset at me, anyone. I'm looking directly at the camera just so people know that. Okay. There are some sensitive people around here. Okay, so I called my mom and I said, why are you doing this to yourself? You're better than this. You keep choosing these people who are only out to use you, who drag their shit into your life, those people who hurt you. And you've been through this before. I love you, Mom, I really do, but I can't keep seeing you do this to yourself. After that conversation, nothing changed. She denied everything. Even after kind of admitting to some of it, she defended these men who she loved, and according to her, loved her. And she told me that the pimp only had one girl, which I guess is good enough for her. And with the crackhead, well, everyone has their vices. Yeah. And that's when I started getting panic attacks regularly. Yeah. And like, I've always had them, but like, that's when it started, like, a thing. And like, my depression, which I've always had, but which I denied till this year, got really bad. I felt like I failed as a mother. Like, I failed as a mother.
Shit.
Like, I was a mother of an out-of-control child, and I could do nothing at the time, and I was 21. I had no safety anymore. How could I care about someone who doesn't care about what happened to themselves? I worried about my mom. Oh, I knew this was gonna happen, guys. I told you guys my therapist thought this was a really good idea. She surrounded herself with people who could rob her, who could physically, sexually abuse her, yet she ignored all of that. So I made the decision that I couldn't watch this anymore. Again, like this is not the first time something like this has happened. I've seen my mom with a black eye because some guy she was dating, who she was in love with, came into our house, stole her weed, and decided to wake her up with a black eye. And I got to wake up to that with my brother screaming in the street saying, "I'm gonna fucking kill you! I'm gonna fucking kill you!" And that is one of the few memories of my childhood. I was 12. I don't know how old I was, but I was old enough that I hardly remember my childhood. How's that? Okay. And I can't see that again. I can't do that to myself with someone I care about. It was the hardest decision I ever made. After that decision I made, I broke a few times. Like I called her and I accepted her call just so I could feel like a good daughter. Just so she could feel loved. Not that I could feel loved, so she could feel loved. It didn't make me happy. Made me very unhappy. But with the help of like my now partner, my boyfriend, and my friends, and my therapist, and his awesome dog. I chose a therapist with a dog. Yeah, I stopped calling. Okay. I still got a lot of it. Is it cool? Okay. The guilt is still there. It was still there. It's not as much now, but like the guilt is still lurking, and it's like it's just waiting for that trigger moment right now. Now we're gonna get into more of the fun stuff. Don't worry. It's still upsetting, but not. It's a little better. It's a few months ago, my mom wrote me on Facebook because this was her only way she could communicate with me. She's like, "Hello, daughter." That's how she said daughter, by the way. Daughter. I miss talking to you. I am your mother, and sorry you don't like your mom. That's the crackhead, by the way. But I love him, and he's my guy. He makes me happy and lets me be me, finally. I want to have a relationship with you, but if you don't, that's on you. We all heard what I said before, right? And that's when I confirmed with what I felt. Like, my mom's a victim, but she's a victim of her own choice. Like, she is choosing to always be a victim, and she will always choose these terrible people over her family. So I told her that if she ever wanted to have a relationship with me, she would need to go see a therapist. And then maybe we could have a relationship. She didn't respond. Surprising. But here's where it gets fun, is her friend decided to respond to me. And her friend is a tweaker. According to her, a recovering tweaker, but no, this lady's still a fucking tweaker. So some of the words I say wrong is because they're misspelled in the message. So let's just get this over with. I have to read this because it's really hard to memorize. Iris, you need to grow the fuck up. Your mom maybe wasn't perfect, but stop being such a snot to her. One, she's the only mom you have, and she loves you regardless of what you think. She's not perfect, but who the fuck is? Get off her ass. You need to focus on yourself, not what your mom is doing. One, she's an adult. Why don't you try being one and quit blaming her for her shit? Her for shit? Oh, her for shit, sorry. Getting really hard. I'm almost done. Okay, that comment about therapy on Facebook was fucking rude and immature and very tactful. Really bad, guys. WTF is your problem / whatever it is. Get over it and get off your mom's ass. Quit being a judgmental little twit. Sorry. Okay. That was the first message. Like, I tried to be nice to her and explain, like, you don't understand the situation. I understand your mom's friend. You're trying to defend her, but, like, please stay out of the business. Then I got a longer message, and this is the end. I don't even know, like, I didn't time this, guys.
You're killing it! No, where you Iris?
Now let's get to the second part of this message, because it's going to be fucking awesome. Okay. You make it everyone's business. There's a lot of S's in business. When you say shit on Facebook, your mom might not be perfect, but who is? Why is it such a problem for you and your brothers to let go of the past? Don't even say anything. Okay. Jesus, you act like she starved and beat you guys, or maybe she sold you to be raped or something so heinous can't speak of even. She didn't sell me to be raped or something.
Yeah.
Mother of the year! But she never had groceries in the house, so I think she got one part of me wrong. Like, let's be fair. Okay.
It does.
I don't. I think I learned that from her. Crystal has groceries because she's a real good mom. Let's get something. Okay. No. Now we're getting to the gold. Like, I know we just heard some gold, but now she's dropping some more gold and knowledge, and like I should just feel terrible and give up. Okay. What is the big deal about Jamal anyway? He doesn't affect you or your brothers in any way. In fact, he went out of his way to try and get along with you all brats. So what if he took a crack hit? Big fucking deal! He didn't blow it in your face. Okay, there's more of the message, but I feel like that's the end of the message. But here's the thing. After her, she's insulting me for like another few, like, I don't know if they're really sentences, but they're sentences. So I just reply with, fuck you, Barb. And I haven't talked to my mom since. Thank you guys.